first question. I know not a lot. There's been a lot of bad luck. Bad luck, Conor. It's been mentioned. Just how do you reset every week when something always seems to go wrong?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. Just because I've not crashed at all this year. I had one mistake in Nashville where we ended up in the tire barriers. It wasn't bad. So, I'm trying to eliminate mistakes, and I feel like we've done a pretty good job in the races. But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that's just out of my control, and it's really hard because we're still beating our teammate, and we're still out qualifying, which I think is really important when it comes down to the inner team battle, and you know what's going on there. And Renas is a very good driver, and it's really good to have him in the team. So yeah, it's just it's tough, but all you can do is just keep showing up every weekend and thinking that it's going to be your weekend.
And speaking of, it almost looked like it was going to be your weekend a couple months ago at Indy. Obviously, stuff happens. What was that like for you that first time getting out front?
Well, I mean, that's where you want to be, right? It was the dream. It was really, really cool at the time. That's just kind of the process, right? It was like, all right, I got to get to the lead, and that's where we got to stay. But that race is obviously very long, and it's obviously very, very difficult. So, some things did happen, sadly. But it was, something I'll never forget, and I think it really helped our program overall because, we had the onboard camera, the U.S. Air Force car representing for the Red Tails all on Memorial Day, so it was great.
And going into this weekend, what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge for you going around the track?
I think overtaking is always tough here, so qualifying is going to be really, really important, and it's a very low grip surface, so yeah, it's just trying to dial in the right balance. And obviously, these short lap time tracks like Portland and St. Pete, these short lap times are really, really, really tight. So you got to find every hundredth of a second.
Final question. I saw you've been doing fantasy football. How did that first week go?
Well, my one team I lost, and my other team I won. So the team that I lost with, I scored 140 points. So still a lot of points, which is good. I think we're going to be okay. And I was happy to see Washington football team win last night because I trained with a good friend. I would say he's a good friend, but we trained together. Terry McLaurin, great guy. He trains in Indianapolis at St. Vincent Sports Performance. So it was cool to see him win.